We're talking about not being able to find help from people. And first of all, you have to test out now I hate to sound like this because I'm not really a religious person. I'm kind of a mystical person, spiritual, I guess, artist. And I say pray to your higher God or your higher mind, or pray to God, whatever that is. Pray to whoever it is that you love in outer space. Is there somebody? Are they still here on the planet, or are they off the planet? See, ideally, you want to communicate to something that you figure, well, it's not really just my limited perception here, right? Pardon me while now I'm listening to my wood stove back there. It's cranking up, and I should probably turn it down. So anyway, I know that people are not on the same level, like we are not aligning right now. There isn't a that isn't bad or good. It just that's the way it is. It's always been that way, but right now, and particularly with this passage that we're experiencing, it's best to have been rendered up kind of alone. You feel alone. Well, you're certainly having moments when you're just completely alone, and then you try to reach out to people, and it's like they are not available somehow. Well, um, we can get into how ancient of an experience that is. You want to seek a guru at that time? See, you will be sent, or you probably were already sent, plenty. See, the thing is do you really value, or do we? See, I'm not going to go personal on this. See, you can't you can't go personal on us when it comes to, um, trying to get my cat on film here. When it comes to the experience of Maya, but I don't want to get too hocus pocus on us. I know that we're all on a different level. See, this is where we have the controversy of equality, which is like, no, none of us are equals, but I didn't just say that we're unable to reach for each other from the levels that we are, or whatever, what have we, if we think there is that going on. See, if we start to elevate, I guess you can call it, and locate God, which is kind of like, that's what we need to do. That's important. See, where we're at on this plane, the world itself. See, it's important to know that you're never going to get any help from the world and whatever is thinking that that is more real than, say, being present to what is more real. Now, individuals have a profound responsibility to that realm of what, Shauna? What is it? We have Earth here, and I have been putting up a language that will help us detangle our minds and our perceptions away from certain thought patterning and even fixation on the way things are. I don't know about you, but it's time to reset everybody, like on a massive scale. See, that's what they were trying to do 4 to 5 years ago. There's a huge opportunity when the subconscious mind is pried open and everybody is waiting for an answer, and then something has the power to amplify. It has amplifiers and microphones, right? It says, and this is what you'll do. It's interesting because how that an announcement is what is required to spark off the mind exaggerating a feeling, and I guess the proper term would be feel, like they feel things from a thought occurring, which I have. It's important to be able to, first of all, you have to have a healthy imagination. If you don't have a healthy imagination, I didn't just say an imagination that just runs wild. No. A healthy imagination is one that stays grounded with the fact that this is an experience that I can't draw any off of any experience and give it to awareness unless it came through awareness that had an experience of reality and the truth there. See, then you can start looping back a feed that says, no, I remember that, you recall as an experience and say, well, how do I know? Because I was there. And so you want to move to the left instead of keep going because it hurts your shin when you ram it against the coffee table. Some things, like of the truth that are there in outer space, can hurt. If it's like God is punishing you because you didn't pay attention. Basically, that's really what went on. Now, boy, the realm we always butt up against is the realm of money. You see how that money seems to really bring us down, right? And not only that, see, who says that? Because there's a lot of people that say, no, I just, I feel great because I got all this done. God, what done? First of all, I think that you're a spinning top now, and one day you're gonna be called. If you haven't felt it already, there's going to be a call for you to slow the fuck down, stop, and if it's not just the fact that you need to form a decent quality human relationship, not a situationship. See, you're, that it's hard to unravel this and unfold this, but we can talk about it 10,000 times over again, poking at the same kind of, now what is it? It's the illusion. And of course, yeah, we can live more authentically. Let's say we can have a satisfying experience. A lot of us here, and I don't like being this way all the time because you can rise above a lot of what is causing everybody to be disgruntled and miserable and even disease and just the narcissist's realm, who is always looking down and kicking the dirt and feeling like they just know it's going to be. And see, the thing is, it's their mindset that that their mind is playing a game on them. It's terrible. When you look into their makeup, like if you pick it up, if you're a super sensitive empath, then you're like at the point of paranormal, which is able to just go in and see the life stories of people, like from beginning to end because of their makeup, the way that they choose to live. And you get the idea. I don't know about you, but see, I don't get out much, but what I do, I sure see to the oblivious. I mean, to the oblivion is what I mean. The possibilities that are there, really, it's really just that I know what I'm dealing with. I'm sorry, there might be a time when I can't pick up on anything. I didn't just say that, oh, I'm always able to align. The truth is, no, I don't want to get into this thing. See, I was trying to talk about these times and how that, see, it was 3 years ago when I was reaching out for help and I was doing self-sabotage, but then I got that out of the way because it became a serious issue. And of course, really, I dipped down away from a place that forgot that there isn't anybody going to help you but you. Yep. Yep. And so what are you reaching out for? Say that the illusion of that you need somebody else there. Now, I'm backing up and saying, no, the fact is we are interdependent, and of course we need each other. It's ridiculous to think that any one person lives for themselves, because that's like saying that, like the apple tree out there, even though it's one apple tree out there, it produces a lot of apples, and it's not there producing for itself, or even the dirt that it goes down onto to grow another one. There's everything in between that could come and eat it, right? And that's a great thing. See, I can only relate it as being an artist who creates. I'm a creator, and oh my God, there isn't anything more painful than, okay, so you're creating, but nobody is there to enjoy it or appreciate it. Like nobody's consuming it. Nobody is consuming you. That's a nightmare. I've been experiencing that. A lot of us have for the past 3 or 4 years or 5. Not working with people, say maybe our entrepreneurism folded under a little bit. A lot of people separated out, right? A lot of people went nuts. A lot of people just straight, yeah, they turned on you, didn't they? They turned on themselves, though. It's like, well, whatever. Because if you didn't know that the universe is our relation with each other, in other words, you're not going to have access to the universe unless you learn to govern the quality of the relationships that you are having between you. There isn't anything more important, not the money you make or what you can hold on to from all of that, because we live in a place of uncertainty all the time. I mean, if it's not mad people that are trying to control every aspect of our lives, right? Down to what the hardest thing to control is just the individual who chooses to meditate in a place, a zone to just to get their vortex going, and it says, you know what, I want to choose not people, but I choose to be love. And see, I choose to not accept, I don't accept people near me, I accept just love near me. And see, right now, babes, with Mars doing this thing opposing Pluto, and it really does go into a Leo, which is the sign, it's like the sign of love almost. It's opposed the sign of love, which is Aquarius, but they both have a lot to do with love. It rules the heart center, Leo does, just the heart center. See, Aquarius rules the electrodes that are coming in and hooking into the heart by way of the plasmatic field is the electrons there that are, what is that? Well, when you get a good charge, particularly now we want to get back to your relationships. If people are good for us, we get energized and we think, dang, you know what? You get the chills. You're like, you know what? We have to do this tomorrow. What time are we meeting up? I mean, I know we have the slave system that's trying to kill us day to day. We have bills to pay, but when can we get together and do our project? Because the kids are like, can we do it? And it's like, yes, hold this, do that. And now you're forming something. If it's the truth. Now, the way that I know really is music. Music is that way. But you'll be surprised how now the think feelers, the narcissists, who, man, they're operating with the mind, and the mind is only processing binary on and off signals. That's all it can do. It doesn't see reality. It might close down the senses just to work with objects in its mind. It's getting very little really into the faculty system. Like, are you using your eyes to hear and ears to see, narcissists? That's what we're wondering. They're like, basically it's like, no, I don't know, they have snakes coming out of their ears. Who knows, man? You have to deal with it too. And it starts at the Babel field. You're going to talk to them, you're going to see. This is why I encourage to meditate and or to become, I'm almost about to say become a Buddhist, but really, what are you saying? I'm saying become a no mind and all heart. Just become the true self, which is not the narcissist. Is just the true self is this moment now. And man, I hate to break it to you. See, a lot of people, even watching this, you don't know. I won't. I posted this. Well, I'm going to post this on the 10th, and you don't know what I'm doing in the now then. I'll be somewhere else, hopefully. Part of my misery being Aries rising a lot, I'm going to let you know, is I'm here to tell you that we cannot be inactive. We cannot like be stagnating and unable to grab on to. Say if we did get to Aquarius download, and we're doing our natural selves, which is very Aries in the first house, the Aries rising, me. I'm here to tell you, it can make you sick. It's the same as like that you are a fruit, or you are a fruit producer, but you can't share it with. I'm sure that some trees will just get ill if they have too many fruits that get wasted on the bottom of them. They get what? I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing, but yeah, it takes care of itself, I guess, somehow. Getting back to, can you handle not even people coming to eat your fruits because you're ready? That's what Christ Jesus had to handle before they put her up on the picnic table. And we don't know if they do something at the other table, like eating the body of Christ. They eat a cracker and then they drink some wine of the blood of Christ. Right on, man. We're gonna make that. That's making so much sense that. Whew, I mean, I'm thinking of Halloween again, and it's not. Are we past it? No. I mean, as long as we have Pluto there. Pluto is Scorpio ruled, by the way. That's Halloween issues. Like the truth, like what is going on there. Well, can we start brushing away the masks being worn over all of that stuff? What are they hiding? Under the basement there. It kind of morphs into like the dollies are looking really awful. You know what I mean? The dollies are now, when they start singing in the middle of the we have to do an exorcist, anyway, trying to do astrology here and talk about Mars, how, yeah, it's square, it's opposed. So this is like a forever Halloween almost, and I think Chiron is doing something else too with Pluto for one last time, but it is with Mars. It's there doing something. It's terrible, and so is Black Moon Lilith. It's in Libra. I think that's been tough on Libra. The Black Moon Lilith factor. It's like that thing is testing everybody's true love ability. Of course, Lilith says, Lilith. It's not Eve in the Bible. It's the one who says, "Excuse me." Let's do it, like flip it every once in a while. Like I'm on top every once in a while. What if I want to do it my time and my way? Are you interested at all? Oh my! If you're not, I'm not even gonna have your kids. Bye. It's a level of involvement we need to have here. I hate to bring up that word. Do you believe in the resurrection? RE means like to repeat, but then res just means like residential area. And then erection. I don't know. Can you get that going? Is there something there that, sorry, here it is, minute 22:2222. I'm not going to erase a single or edit a single one of this. What was the purpose of trying? Very hard subject matter to cover, because who's going to stand there and say that love exists? There's a higher octave that even doesn't even focus on people. What about reality? What is reality? Let's consume ourselves with this like daunting subject matter that it's real, babes. Take part. Like, you should feel a profound responsibility to yourself. Particularly, I mean, in case other people were there, if you thought they were there, find out where they are. And if it is found in reality, then have a conversation about it. Say, I found people in reality. In case that's the truth, then start describing. And here is reality. And then go up to people. Hi, I find you here in reality. But expand on the subject matter. What is reality? And who is you here? Say you, because the illusion of people, it's really hard to just tell the kids here. Because the experience is the same for them. If it's the truth is the same for everybody. Now, these onions that we can peel, often that are like onions, that are the truth, you peel through them and you start. So, see, the Buddhist is looking at truths that stem into just that. What is reality? And there's science. There's science that says, you know what, apparently you have to have a heart in order to even ask this question and make it something, a game that lasts. Well, Buddhism is 8,000 years old, and it's just a conversation between two people. One of them is reality itself, which is the same as to say, one of them is God, yes, and the other one is not. One of them is just the human mind that is struggling to make it to outer space, which is just beyond the nose, the final frontier, never not going to be now.